Hey everybody, welcome to day 8. So again, talking about the thoughts, restructuring the thoughts, really clearing out limiting beliefs is one of my favorite things to teach on. So I really hope you're enjoying these 2 days. So yesterday might have been a little bit rough if you're looking at the thoughts, but you guys, this brings us to self-awareness on a whole new level. And this is where we can really begin to start creating different thoughts. We're going to start changing the thoughts that you have. And this is where the magic comes in. Okay. So the great thing is now that you're aware of the thoughts that you're having, you can take control. Okay. So this kind of ties all the way back into, what was it, like day 3 or 4, where we were talking about taking control of things, right? So from now on, what you want to do is when you catch yourself in one of those, either self-defeating thoughts, like I'm not good enough, or a limiting belief of I can't do this, stop. Like literally, I've taught this in the past, like if you can't make yourself stop in your mind, do something, like do something that's going to make you stop it. Because this is where the true magic comes in, is really beginning to recreate the habits of your thoughts and recreate the dialogue that you have in your head. Because what happens a lot of times, and like what I've seen with myself, is if I would do one self-defeating like thought, like if I would say, oh my God, you look like crap today, the next thing I would notice is that then those thoughts got worse and worse. And it just became like a rabbit hole that I would go down to where I just felt miserable. Like I felt like I was completely unworthy, right? So what we can do now is, instead of allowing ourselves to go down the rabbit hole of the BS, we can say, wait a minute, I'm not thinking that anymore. So if it's one of those things like, oh, you look like crap today, rephrase that. Find something that you really like. Today, I really love these earrings. And today, I really like the way my hair turned out. Or you know what I mean? Like if that's one of the things you do is, I really don't look good today. Pick something that's opposite of that. Like find something to build yourself up and change the thought. Because when you become aware of the limiting beliefs that you have, and you start what I call reframing them. So this would be where you're doing a little bit of work. Now we can go really deep into this, which we don't have time for in this 10-day challenge. But when I work with my one-on-one clients, we really dig deep into this, because it's like, we would look at, why do you really feel this way? Where is this thought coming from? Where did you learn it? Right? And then we would work on reframing it in whatever way made sense for them. So if it's I'm unworthy, it's really hard sometimes to say I'm worthy. So we would look at, where do you think this came from? Where did this start? Why do you have this thought? Are you willing to choose a new thought? Right? So it's like all of these different things. So don't be hard on yourself in the beginning if it's a little difficult to go through this, but just catch yourself, right? And really start paying attention to, where are these thoughts coming in that are self-defeating, or where are they limiting? And then once you get used to stopping them, like this, just stop thinking that, you know what I mean? And I kind of say that jokingly, but I had to do that with myself. I would have to do something physical to break the energy going on. It's like, I literally had to do something to shake up the energy so that I wouldn't allow myself to go down the same rabbit hole. So it may seem funny to like actually clap your hands, but seriously, do whatever you need to do to stop the thought. And then once you get used to stopping them, then you can start working on, reframing those into something different. So what you want to do is, if the thought is I'm stupid, then you want to start saying, no, that's not true. I'm capable and I'm smart, right? So that would just be one of those easy things, that you are stupid. Like when you say that to yourself, and I used to, so I get it. But if you find anything like that, that's so not true. Like the one thing that I can tell you is that you are a beautiful, divine being that's here on this planet, and you're here to experience the goodness and the wholeness and the joy and the abundance and everything the universe has to offer. But we've kind of been trained into thinking that we're worthless, right? And so we've got to break those thoughts. And again, you guys, this is the magic, because when you learn to take control and then you apply that to thoughts and you become self-aware of the thoughts that you're having, you can reframe them all and you can learn to think something different. Now, as you do this, when you start working through these, when you start working through all of these thoughts that you have, you might get really good at it. And if you get really good at it and then you kind of backslide and you have a day where you're off, don't worry about it. Like you just do the same thing. You just catch the thought, change it, those kind of things. So I have some examples in the book, but what's going to be really powerful is look at the ones in the book and just see which ones make sense to you. And then look at where your personal ones are coming up, because that's where the power is going to be. Everybody's going to have some version of probably of the unworthiness or whatever. But whenever you find the way that your words come out and reframe those, that's where the power is. So using my words isn't going to be as powerful as you jotting down and paying attention and having self-awareness about your own limiting beliefs and reframing those. If you have any questions or you need help reframing something, just in the group, just make sure you tag me in case if I don't see it, especially like if you put something in there and I don't see it. I'm really active during the live challenge. So if this is one of the times where you're actually doing the live challenge with me, I'm really good at being in there and being active every day. So write those in the comments or whatever, and I will do my best to get back to them. If you haven't heard from me and it's been like all day or something, then tag me in it so that I make sure that I see it. Because you guys, this is where the gold is, right? So getting aware of the thoughts, like what we talked about yesterday, what are you thinking? And then bringing self-awareness to the thoughts that you're having so that you can reframe those is going to be super powerful throughout this process to get you started on really creating a life that you love, because these little tiny thoughts are what's keeping us stuck. A lot of what's keeping us stuck. There's so much gold in the limiting beliefs and so much transformation that can happen here. So this is why I'm so super excited about this part of the challenge. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon.